Hey there, this is Troy Baker, and this is a piece of Schmidt.
Hello and welcome to this episode of the Pete Schmidt Podcast, the podcast where we sit around this table and muse the world's greatest quandaries. To my right is James.
As he looks to his
left is Wes.
What up?
And I am Piece of Schmidt. If you like what you see, head on over to Facebook, Twitter, Instagrams, the Patreons. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, and support us at your choice of websites. Most notably, patreon.com/D3Railed. Derailed. Support us. Let us know what you think. Give Wes the grooming he needs. We have been supported on YouTube for the first time, and we appreciate it. We love you, JK. Do you have the same initials?
Yeah.
Exactly? Like even the middle?
No.
Okay. Today, episode 45, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Or 46.
Pretty sure.
We're going to talk about the worst time that you have ever fallen ill. Because James is very annoyed and cranky and sick.
I've been sick for 2 fucking weeks already.
And it's that perfect level of head cold where you can't call out because you're not that sick, but you're just miserable, which is the worst type of head cold.
The worst.
Yeah.
Can't sleep, can't do anything.
Can't shit.
No, I can do that fine.
So, Wes, when's the worst time you've ever been sick in your life?
Or in your afterlife.
I've got 2 times I've been super, super sick. When I was about 12, 13, I got bronchitis.
Oh, that's horrible.
We were camping in September. Mm-hmm. We went camping and it started to actually snow. It was an early winter for, east side of the state, get snow.
Yeah.
And I thought it was fine. I was supposed to go hang out, to go stay like a couple of days with my cousins in Wenatchee when we were done. Mm-hmm. I started getting a cough. And my mom said, no, you've got a cough. You can't go. You're getting sick. Kind of depressed. My cough lingered for a while, and then I was getting wheezing fits. Went to the hospital, found out I had bronchitis. Only time I've had to use an inhaler was with that. Which if you've never used one,
sucks.
If you've never used an inhaler, they're so weird to use.
Really? Why?
Well, when I got it, apparently, if you talk to doctors now compared to when I got it, everyone's been using inhalers wrong. Because when I was taught, you put your mouth over it. When you pull, you take a deep breath to put it down. The problem is the medicine actually sticks to the back of your throat. You're supposed to hold it out here a little bit and kind of suck in the medicine.
Yeah.
So you're not actually supposed to put your mouth around it?
Yep.
Yeah. You just have to spray in while you do it.
No
Because
shit.
the pressure coming out, the moisture of the stuff coming out, the moisture of your throat just sticks there. So it takes longer to help you out.
Got it.
The reason that one sucks is because I still have lingering effects. I have a permanent cough that comes and goes. Usually, like you've seen me at work or here, just randomly start coughing. I'm not sick. I think it damaged my lungs a little bit. So, but the worst time I was sick when I was like 7, I want to say pneumonia. 4 days.
There's no joke.
No, 4 days in the hospital, and all I had to eat for 4 days was popsicles.
Ooh.
Which at 7 you
Shed some weight, baby.
I shed some weight, but it was
A shit liquid.
Colorful liquid.
I don't even remember that, but it was to break my fever.
Oh, yeah.
Like they were trying to cool my body down.
Yeah.
My mom worked nights those 4 days. She like switched her entire schedule, and her boss let her to work nights solely so she could hang out with me during the day when I wasn't sleeping. And I also vividly remember at the end of the 4th day, the first time I got out of bed in 4 days was I had to go pee.
For the first time?
I don't remember.
4 days?
I don't remember that.
You peed yourself. They cleaned it up.
No, they probably did it.
Bedpan.
But like that was when something broke enough for me to get up and walk.
Yeah.
Your bladder.
Yeah. But my fever broke, so I was like, okay, I can walk. Gotta go pee. Yeah.
And then you stood up and you were in Super Mario 64 and you're like, I'm still fucking fevering.
No, but that sucked. Like, pneumonia is no joke. It's
Walking pneumonia? What's
I've had
the difference
that.
between pneumonia and walking pneumonia?
Walking pneumonia is when you can function. Like the fever isn't bad to where it puts you like down, you know? And it's not as... It's more respiratory than just having a fever. Harley.
yeah,
When's the worst time you've been sick?
Well, the first, like, from when I was born up until I was probably 5 years old, maybe, yeah, because how old are you when you're in kindergarten? Like 5, 6?
4 or 5.
4 or 5.
No,
Yeah.
No, 5.
5's preschool, 6 is kindergarten. Because you get into school at 5, and that's usually preschool, kindergarten.
Yeah.
So 5 or 6. Like
well,
if you're late, I think.
No, see, I was preschool 4, kindergarten 5. My birthday's in the summer, so
sure.
So like, I graduated.
Yeah, so
at
I'd say 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is probably anywhere from 5 to 7 years old. I was always in and out of the hospital. I had asthma, and I had it real bad. So whenever I got sick, it was full-blown bronchitis and respiratory infections. I'd have to be in the hospital. I was on asthma medication. The funny thing is, though, is that I never had an asthma attack to where I couldn't breathe and I needed the inhaler and stuff like that. I just had to take medicine every day to keep the asthma under control, and then I eventually grew out of it. But while I was sick, like I had my own respiratory therapist that would have to come out to the house 3 times a week and basically pound on my back and my chest to loosen up everything in my lungs. It was really bad. I was on a breathing machine, which was called a nebulizer, with fucking saline and medication and stuff.
My mom had one.
Yep. I had to fucking sit on that all the time. There was one time where I was in 5th grade and 5th or 6th, I think it was 6th grade actually. They almost kicked me out of school because I missed so much time. Because whenever I get sick, I was down 3 weeks at a time.
Jeez.
And that's why I learned that the Price is Right is medicinal. Because I would just watch that all day long. And my mom would bring me McDonald's.
10 a.m.
And
CBS.
that was my go-to thing. Was in my house. In my house, we had a pull-out bed. The couch was a pull-out bed, so I would just hang out there. I had the nebulizer. The therapist would come over, and I would always have fucking chicken nuggets, baby.
Now, did you have to unfog the iron lung while you were at it?
No. But it's brutal because literally, like, the guy has to cup his hands like this and just pound on my back and on my chest.
Like this?
Yeah, like this.
Wow.
But it would be like it was brutal, dude. It was so bad. And then I was on like fucking 4 different medications and everything. And yeah, so that like whole time was the worst. Then I grew out of it. Now, when I had this, mind you, I had ear infections all the time, so I could never go in the pool. I could never do anything cool that you wanted to do as a kid. I'm serious. Can't go in the ocean.
I had the ear infections too.
Yeah, because if
really?
the chlorine and everything gets in your ear and you agitate, you can't. You have to put drops in your ear all the time.
Yep.
Ugh.
And it was fucking brutal, man. I was so happy when I grew out of it at like 13. I just stopped. Everything was fine. I was like, holy fuck, thank you.
Yeah, see, around 13 is when my ear infection stopped as well, but that's when I had to get glasses.
Yeah, I got glasses too shortly after that.
Uh-huh.
I think when I was 15, I got glasses.
I got
That's high school.
glasses 7th, 8th grade, somewhere in there.
Right
Yeah.
before.
Because I lost one of my pairs of glasses when we did an educational tour of Seattle.
Oh, really?
They disappeared. Like, I had them... Because we would take a week and just basically it was a vacation to Seattle over spring break.
Yeah.
They called it an educational tour because we went to like 1 or 2 forts.
Which forts?
Fort
Warden?
somewhere on the coast. Like, I actually don't remember. I remember it was one of the only times I've been to a Mariners game was that, and I didn't have my glasses. So
Still?
yeah, no, I lost my glasses like the second day of a 5-day trip.
And you've still never been to another Mariners game?
No,
Oh, we gotta wait till you break your glasses again.
That's crazy.
lost, not broken. Yeah, they just disappeared somewhere in between going to bed one night and waking up the next day. It's like, I'm assuming one of my classmates was an asshole and threw them away or hid them or something.
I think Becca's setting to be a carpenter outside.
I don't know what she's doing out there.
She drilling the table together?
All I'm expecting to hear is, oh, fucking Tim the Toolman Taylor.
I'm just waiting to hear it crash and a fuck.
So that whole experience was fucking painful. But then in recent memory, I think because I've had food poisoning before, that lasts like a day, and yeah, you feel like shit. But it's like I had an infection in my leg, and I didn't know. We had no idea what it was because I just had fever-like symptoms or flu-like symptoms.
Yep.
I had a really bad fever that got up to 104.
Oh, jeez.
And then I had chills all the time, throwing up all the time, couldn't keep anything down, couldn't drink anything, couldn't figure out what the fuck it was. And then I'm laying in bed. Now, this was like 3 or 4 days into me just taking Tylenol to try to keep the fever down.
Yep.
And be able to not puke all the time. And then all of a sudden, like I look at my left leg and it's just fire red.
Oh, jeez.
Right? And I was like, what the fuck? And we went to Katie drove me to the emergency room and went in there and they said that I had some sort of infection that basically like you can get it just by walking around barefoot. And if you have a cut on your foot and you step on something with the bacteria, the virus, because it was bacterial, I think. What's the one you could treat with meds?
I think that's viral.
Viral. So
either one, because you can take antivirals or
It was antibiotics that I was on.
So you got a bacterial infection.
Yeah, so it was
So
bacterial.
how do they cure? How do they cure viruses?
Antivirals.
Aren't they still called antibiotics though?
I think a lot of people mistake them as the same. They are essentially the exact same thing, just one treats one treats the other. Because when I had my mouth infection earlier this year,
yeah.
Oh, I remember the mouth infection.
Which that would be probably my most recent what the fuck.
Yeah.
They gave me antivirals.
Yeah.
Also anti-nausea medication, painkillers, and lidocaine-based mouthwash.
Yeah. So I was on. They told me I had that. They couldn't tell me how I got it. It could have been a number of things. It could have been walking around barefoot with a cut. It could have been the dog licking your foot or something when there's a cut on it. Or if you have like dry cracked skin, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. But like they drew a pen mark on my leg to where the redness ended at that time. And they're like, if it rises, you need to come back to the hospital right away because then it's not working and it's spreading. And there's always, they scare the shit out of you because they're like, if we can't treat it and it goes too far, you might lose a leg. You know what I mean? Like it was really bad. And I just remember I had a thermometer next to me and Tylenol and a throw-up basket. I lost 20 pounds.
Damn.
During that sickness because I could not keep anything down. And it was just constant misery. Constant fucking misery. And then on top of that, right after I start getting better for that, I get a gout attack because of the virus.
Oh.
And then I can't walk. And I'm rolling over fucking on my side, peeing in a Gatorade bottle.
Oh, my word. Holy shit.
It was so bad, dude. So bad. It was worse than my throat surgery. Because getting your tonsils out when you're fucking a lot older is super painful. And it doesn't heal like it does when you're a kid. So that was my worst by choice pain. But it got rid of my apnea, about 90% of it. So it was worth it.
Yeah, you just reminded me of the other time I got really sick. Back in 2008, 2009, I went to PAX, my first year going.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when there was a case of the H1N1 swine flu there.
Yeah.
And I got the swine flu.
Are you serious?
Uh-huh. So I'm there. And because I
thought that was untreatable.
Yeah.
Once you get it.
I got something that was flu-like symptoms that knocked my ass out for like 4 days.
Wes, do you have chlamydia?
What did they give you?
I didn't go to the hospital. I legitimately
What
did
the
it.
fuck?
Yeah. This is what I had. So here's what happened. So the day after PAX, I start feeling a little bad. Like, oh, okay, fine, I'll just go to work. I sleep it off because I have one day off before I go back to work when I was working at Hollywood. I wake up. I'm like, I feel hot. I feel like because this is middle of summer or end of summer, so like, oh, it's hot out. I just woke up hot type thing. Take a shower, get ready for work, go to work. I get to work, instantly lose all my energy, fatigue. Like we're behind the counter. There's some box. I sit down on the box, and once I sit down, apparently all the color in my face dropped, and I'm just sitting there sweating, trying not to move, and I have to help customers. So I'm like, but I stayed my whole shift. I called out next 2 days, slept it off, didn't eat anything because I had no appetite. And I was one of those things like, I should probably eat, but the thought of getting off of my bed or off of the couch was too much work. I got some form of Paxpox. It was either the H1N1 swine flu or some mutation of the flu because I had the symptoms of it. Mm-hmm. But that was fun.
I was always worried about the turtle flu.
Not the dog flu?
Nope.
I thought I had mono once. Turns out I was just really lazy.
All right, what about you?
I have 3 stories. One of them I don't remember it being me being specific.
That was the door.
Could be your guitaro.
So,
I shit my pants at work once.
Oh, did you really? Yeah. Bruce, stay here.
So, the other time I got just the regular flu. I was staying at my. Hey, come on, calm down, guys.
Thank you very much.
I was staying at my mom's because. This was after my car accident, so when I was going to college, I would stay with my relatives in Spokane during the weekdays. And on the weekend, I would head home.
Good?
Yeah.
Nice. Amp 2?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. I would stay home. I would stay at their house during the week, and on Friday nights, my mom would come pick me up, and I'd go home because I totaled my car. I go home, we eat dinner, go to bed, wake up middle of the night, feeling like I might throw up. You know, you get that feeling like right here. You're maybe I'll go down to the bathroom. I take the trash can that was in my room.
See, I don't get anything right here. I get this weird thing in my like underneath my tongue.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where I'm like, I'm gonna fucking throw up.
You're like the.
Yeah, it's like this weird thing that happens under my tongue. But
Yeah.
So it's getting there. Like, okay, let's go down to the bathroom and just hover over the toilet for 20 minutes. It might go away. But I grab the garbage can that's in my room, take it downstairs. As I'm going downstairs, I throw up in the garbage can because I knew I had to throw up. I didn't realize that the metal garbage can, the bottom had started to rust out. So when I hit, it busted out the bottom.
Oh.
So I actually ended up puking in the sink. I got to the sink. So that was actually just regular flu for a week.
Oh.
Didn't eat anything for a solid week. And I don't know, except for Powerade and saltines when I could keep them down. I don't know about you when you guys get the flu, but when I was completely healed, I spent like $70 at Safeway just on food and ate it all.
Yeah.
Because you eat nothing.
What's your go-to sick drink?
Powerade.
Mine's Gatorade.
I like I think the only reason I like Powerade is it's a little bit less sugar than Gatorade, but it's cheap.
Oh, sorry, that was pungent. That was Polish dog.
Oh. All right. So you shit your pants at work.
Yeah, I don't remember like being that entirely sick, but it was when I was a landscaper, and we were all. It was like 6 a.m, and like I remember feeling sick. Like I don't need to call out or whatever, and we're just huddled around, and we're like getting ready for our job. They're gonna come tell us, okay, you're gonna go here, you're gonna go here, and we were kind of bullshitting around. I just started walking around, and I tried to fart, and it just shit my pants.
Was it a little bit, or was it just
It
all?
was, like I had to go home. I was like, yeah, I'm sick. I'm gonna go home.
like,
I didn't tell him I shit my pants, but like the drive home was really weird.
Yeah. How did the drive home go?
I want to say that I took my pants off and drove naked, like bottom down home. The second time,
Did you leave your pants at the scene of the crime?
I threw them in the dumpster. Yeah. I had to. I did it because I remember I had to buy new work pants.
Oh man.
Yeah, but it was just like
Never trust a fart.
Going to squeeze out a little fart. And
You gambled and lost really bad.
I lost really bad, and it was like, I'm out. I gotta go. That was the second time I ever shit my pants. The first time was after a huge party, like from like 6 p.m. till like 4 a.m. Like just long party. Jaeger bombs, all different kinds of alcohol. I didn't throw up. I did super good the whole time. I had lots of food at the end of the night. It was a great time. But my roommate took like the longest shower in the world, and I got up and I was like, I need to do something in the bathroom. And we only had one bathroom, and I'm just pacing in the living room, waiting for her to finish the shower, and I'm just like, this is not gonna work. This is not gonna work. And then I just let it go, and
You were like run outside and shit outside or something?
The sink at least?
No.
Oh, sink.
No.
Sink versus pants, man.
Nope. Yeah.
Why don't you just open the door and shit in while he was showering?
It was a girl.
Same question.
That would have made it fun.
Door was locked. I don't know. I didn't want to.
Credit card, man.
Yeah. I don't know.
So yeah, and that must have been fun, filled with Jaeger and party food.
It was just beer shits all over my pants. So that again, I threw my pants in the
fire.
Yeah. So yeah, that was just a funny story. I don't remember that being super sick, but I definitely shit my pants.
All right. So what about a super sick time?
So I get migraines all the time, but the doctors don't call them migraines. I just do because that's the closest I can come to them.
Cluster headache.
Kind of. It really fucking knocks me out. But it starts with a weird white thing in my vision, which it's like blurry. It's kind of like if the TV is on static, but like in a circle, and then it like will take up like half of my vision, like over here. And so it starts with that, and then I'm like, okay, great, I'm getting a migraine or whatever. And then that causes my brain to have a headache, like the worst fucking headache ever, like pins and needles in your head, like every movement is just like you want to split your fucking head open. Terrible. Then the headache gets so bad that it makes you throw up. So then you're, on the toilet or whatever. And it lasts for like 2 days. It's terrible. So like anytime I get a migraine is the worst time I've ever been sick. It's crazy. It's really, really bad. But yeah, like the doctors never called them migraines when I was a kid. They were like, we don't really know what it is, but try these, and they didn't work. And then try these, and they didn't work.
Yeah.
And I don't get them as much, but man, they're fucking... The worst one I ever had was the first day of 7th grade. There was a huge earthquake in Chimacum, Port Townsend-ish, Seattle-ish area. Like in this...
7th grade?
Yeah.
What year did you graduate?
2007.
That would make...
It was like the 2000 earthquake.
So yeah, because I felt that aftershock in Chihuahua.
Mm-hmm.
We actually...
It was bad.
I remember that because I was standing, going to turn in my paper to my English teacher. And all of a sudden we see the room moving like this. And we're like, what's going on?
See, for us, it was our first day of 7th grade. And it was like an hour into it. I got the little vision thing. And I was like, got to go home. Called my mom. And she's like, she knew what I was going through, whatever. She's like, yeah, he has to come home, whatever. And I walked to school. I lived so close. So I walked home. And at the time, my parents were invested in this company called Niken. Niken. And they're not a thing anymore. But it was all magnet therapy. Mm-hmm. So you would put magnets on your body and they would heal you or whatever. Mm-hmm. And we had this magnet eye cover that would like block the sun. And, it really helped with my migraines. So I put my mask on. I fall asleep on the couch. And then like 45 minutes into it, I'm dozing off. And then I'm like this. And I roll off the couch and just boom. And I'm like, oh, God, it's the worst. And then I look up and my fucking chandelier is like,
oh, shit.
It's like this major earthquake. So that was crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, that's the worst time I've ever been sick. Is anytime I have a migraine. But then
has anything ever hospitalized you for sickness?
Nope.
No.
Only when I got buried alive, and that's not really sick.
That's you. Yeah.
But the worst time that I've been sick, classic sick, was food poisoning, and I had just gotten hired at our current job, but up in Bellingham.
Yeah.
And I had gotten called for the induction. right? And it was like it's early in the morning. It's like 6 or something in the morning, like 7. They're like, come in tomorrow. And I'm like, cool. So I'm celebrating, right? We order Domino's cheesy bread. And it's all fine and good. And then I go to bed. 2 o'clock in the morning rolls around. I'm like, man, I really got to go to the bathroom. I'm like, don't really feel that well. And I sit down. Nothing happens. And I'm like, this is really weird because I feel like I should be like pooping my brains out right now. And like nothing's happening. This is very strange. So I'm like, all right, I gotta go back to bed because I have to get up in like 5 hours, right? And then 20 minutes later, same feeling. I gotta go back, and then threw up everywhere. Just throw up everywhere. Like I totally thought it was coming out of south. Totally came out of north. It was the worst. And so I was progressively.
At least it wasn't both.
Totally.
Both is the
at
worst.
one point it was.
Yeah.
For the rest of the night, I'm throwing up. So it gets to like 5 in the morning, and this is not even my first technical day, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like calling out, like, "Hey, I'm not going to be there." Like and they're like, "Okay, no worries, we'll do it sometime." I'm like, "Thank God," right? Like I thought I was going to lose this opportunity because I'd been unemployed for a while. And it was Gatorade and Pepto-Bismol and buckets and nothing for 5 days. 5 fucking days of just throwing up, trying to stay hydrated, whatever, right? So much Pepto that it turned my poop black. Okay? So then I was like, I'm fucking bleeding in here somewhere. I'm ruptured, right? Because, black usually means blood or whatever. Yeah. And so then I go into panic mode. So I'm fucking super sick, and now I think I'm dying or whatever, right? And so I'm like Googling everything, like blah blah blah. What do I do?
Oh, fuck.
And then
that's bad.
I'm finally on the toilet, like because I can't. I'm like taking a break. I gotta shit my brains out, throw up. I don't know which one. And I'm fucking reading the back of the Pepto-Bismol, and they're like, if you take more than 2 things a day, like your poop will be black. And I'm like, oh, thank God, it's just the Pepto.
I'm not dying.
Yeah. So yeah, then I didn't have insurance, so I didn't go to the doctor, and I kind of just went out, did it. And then my girlfriend at the time got exactly what I got, but she got to go to the doctor because she had insurance through her school or something, and they were like, this is really bad. This is like one of the worst cases of like digestive
It was
bacteria,
like a stomach flu or something.
Something weird. They were just like, this is fucked up. Like I don't even know what happened to that fucking Domino's, but it was
Domino's.
terrible.
Horrible.
Oh, the worst. And I thought I was gonna lose like my job that I didn't really have yet.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Last time I got food poisoning was when my buddy and his girlfriend. I wanted to say they're back together. They're weird stuff with them, but they came over. We went out to dinner. We went to Jimmy Mac's in Federal Way.
Yeah.
I don't remember if we went to the Renton one or the Federal Way one. And like everyone there orders steak, so we all have steak. And you get your potato, and then you get your choice of the 2 salads. I picked the Caesar salad. Everyone else picks the other one. So I'm assuming I got sick from the Caesar salad. I'm assuming either the raw egg or anchovy in there. Not raw egg. So we get home.
Raw egg.
Yeah, I know. I'm not feeling the best. My stomach's
Caesar.
Fucking Caesar salad, your ass right here, fucking raw egg.
My stomach is feeling a little. It's like, okay, you know what? Like I feel the color drop from my face, but it's like maybe I'm just tired. Like I've been up all day. 2 hours into going to sleep, I wake up and throw up. Like, okay. Like 10 minutes in there, just vomiting. Like, okay, I'm good. Go back to sleep. 2 hours later, throw up some more. This goes on all night for 2 hours until the last time I wake up. There's nothing coming out. I'm just dry heaving, but I still have to. My body is forcing me to. I need to get whatever was in me out of me.
You know what's glorious though is the feeling when that session has completed.
Yeah.
Of either south or north, and you're like,
it's euphoria.
I feel good.
See,
and you're like, I'm gonna go lay down. I'm gonna get a good night's rest.
Yeah.
And then 20 minutes later, you're like,
yeah, that split second when you empty out the stomach,
and
it's
you're
like,
just like, I feel great right
Okay.
It really is blissful.
But then
And
also
then it just comes back.
And it's fresh in my mind too because I just had it
Oh.
like 3 weeks ago.
And then
The only time I called out sick from that in the 3.5 years. The only time that I called out sick. And I needed it. Like I was for 12 hours, every 2 hours. And then I'd be like, I'd lay down like, oh yes, I could fall asleep so nice. Then I'd fall asleep and you wake up and like, ah. At this point, I was tired of going to the bathroom. So I just pulled up the wastebasket next to my bed.
Oh, yeah.
And I would just roll over off the side of the bed, hack it, and roll back over again.
Yeah, dude.
This-
I would have the bowl with the garbage bag in it.
second or third time I threw up, I actually was just laying, kind of resting against the toilet in the bathroom for an additional, like, okay, I've been here for 20 minutes. I haven't thrown up again. Let's try going back to bed. Stand up, make it halfway to bed. And I was like, no. Fucking. So I haven't been back to Jimmy Mac's since because I don't trust it. And
Yeah.
it just puts that in your brain. Like, I'm assuming you guys don't get Domino's.
I just got that for that cheesy bread I got last
Yeah.
time. Like this.
If I can
recently.
avoid it,
First time I
I
ever
won't-
got it since then.
I don't eat it. But
Sounds
I know what
good.
you're talking about because in Florida before here, because I don't know what gave me food poisoning here. All I remember is that like I ate those weird chips, with the nacho cheese,
Oh yeah.
and that's what triggered it, right? Because it was after, and that's what I threw up. You know what I mean? And there wasn't really anything else coming out of me, so I don't know if it was like the cheese was bad or something. But like normally, food poisoning doesn't hit you that fast, right? It takes a little bit to process and get in your stomach, and then it affects you, and then all that. But you know what that food is normally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the time in Florida, I got a cross contamination from buffalo boneless wings,
Oh,
buffalo chicken tenders
Yeah.
at this pool hall, and for a year I couldn't eat buffalo chicken tenders. That's one of my favorite fucking things.
I still can't eat mac and cheese from grade school.
Yeah,
I got mac and cheese. So my school, for some reason, whenever it was mac and cheese day, it was mac and cheese, some sort of vegetable, and a maple bar. Which, don't ask why they did the maple bar. I never understood
maple
that.
bar.
Yeah,
Like a donut.
more cake was basically like a
Oh,
maple cake type thing, but it tastes exactly like a maple bar donut. And
That's weird.
I have a doctor's appointment that day anyway, just as like a routine checkup. So I eat lunch, go to the checkup. As I'm walking up to my doctor's office, I throw up on somebody's car.
Oh, you told us
Yeah.
this. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I threw up on my doctor's car. I have yet to be able to actually enjoy mac and cheese again. It's not bad. It's just I think every time I eat it, my brain goes back to thinking to that. It's like, it's all right. I've had boxed mac and cheese, homemade mac and cheese. I don't like it. And mac and cheese should be a perfect food. It's just cheese and fucking pasta.
I love mac and cheese.
Donnie loves mac and cheese. Fucking I know no one who doesn't like some form of mac and cheese.
yep.
Other thing I can't eat that much is shredded beef tacos.
Shredded beef.
Shredded beef, yeah. My mom has made it twice when I was. My mom makes all the time. She would use like leftover roast, add seasoning to it, roast it in the oven some more with more seasoning and liquid. It tastes good. Both times I tried it, I got sick both times and threw up. So after that,
wonder
whenever
why.
I have no idea because no one else did. It wasn't
It's probably like a weird ingredient or a spice.
Same thing happened to me with my mom when she would make so Pillsbury croissants,
Yep.
right? But laid out flat,
Yep.
and then Kraft singles, and then little hot dogs, and you roll them up.
Pigs in
and
the blanket,
you put
yeah.
them in the oven. Pigs in the blanket
With cheese,
but
though.
but dinner style.
Yeah.
Oh, I did that too.
Every time she made that, it either made me sick or it severely triggered my gag reflex. And it sounds so good, like
Yeah.
pastry, cheese, hot dog, yes. And then I put it in my mouth and I taste it, and the mixture of those things makes me. It's so weird. Never
But-
been able to explain it.
So the last time the most recent time I've tried any sort of shredded beef thing was a couple years ago when Katie worked with us. She had made shredded chicken and shredded beef
Yep.
and brought in and made tacos. I was just fine with it. It like my brain was still like trying to tell me not to try this. Like, you know what? It's been like 7 years. Let's try this. Didn't make me sick. So it's either some seasoning my mom used,
Yeah.
or the fact that it was like leftover roast beef that something just interacted with me weird. Because no one else in my family got sick from eating that. It was just me. twice.
Probably something you were allergic to.
But to my knowledge, I'm not allergic to anything.
Well, mine either, but
Yeah. But I've never gotten the scratch
But here's
test.
the thing, like, one time, as a birthday joke, somebody smashed a key lime pie in my face, right? And then I woke up the next day and my whole face was inflamed.
Oh, Jesus. What are you allergic to on a key lime pie?
I don't know, because I've eaten all ingredients that are in a key lime pie.
Because basic key lime pie is what? Key lime milk of some form.
Yeah.
Something to solidify it.
Yeah.
And crust and coconut and whipped cream, right?
Yeah.
Flour.
No, definitely not
You
flour.
do. I don't think James is the kind of person
You
with the
sure
gluten
they didn't put,
allergies.
like, hypodermic needles or blades or something?
This is Florida. Was the flour crack?
No, this is a long time ago. It wasn't Flocka.
I've eaten all the ingredients of a key lime pie, but for some reason when they're mixed together, they're thrown in my face.
That's what happened. That's exactly what happened.
I've eaten all of the ingredients of that taco before, and
I
yet...
ate at a Mexican restaurant.
Wow.
I ate at a Mexican restaurant for lunch that day too, and I've eaten tons of Mexicans. Once you go taco, you never go Baco.
Oh, I need to get that movie.
You need to get Cody.
I do.
This episode brought to you by KODI.
But not really.
Don't know what to tell you. I'm in the middle of my work. Thank you for interrupting.
Yeah.
Well, that's our stories of being sick and interrupted.
Why was the door not closed?
Close the door.
We're gonna talk shit.
Thank you for joining us. Tell us if you've ever been sick. Throw up on Wes's face digitally by throwing us money on patreon.com/derailed. And we will see you next Friday.